How to decide if your relationship can be restored or if you just need to start planning an exit strategy. Well, we are in that time right now where people are really feeling the energies that are toxic inside of their relationship, and they're feeling drained as a result of it. And so a lot of people are asking the question like, how do I decide that? I mean, how do I know? Well, I'm gonna give you some tips and tricks today so that you will know. And some kind of stopping points or pause points for you to check in to see where I'm really at and where's the relationship really at. Now, a lot of people offer counseling to their partner. They know they're in trouble, both partners know they're in trouble, and they offer counseling. And then there's a resistance to that. Don't assume that the resistance to that is because they don't want help. A lot of people know and have experienced some of the counseling models that are just referees, and you really don't have an action plan. And for guys, this is unsustainable for them. They don't like that. They don't like the feeling. They feel like it's a waste of time, and sometimes it is because it's talk therapy or behavioral therapy, and it's really not getting to the roots of what's going on in the dynamic. And so if they say no to that, just say, well, maybe we can do something else. Do you have any other suggestions? Or MWI, Marriage Warrior Institute, certainly gives you a whole lot of a plethora of stuff to really work on that is tangible, actionable steps, especially if you do one-on-one coaching with me, because I give you a structure and customize a plan just for you of whatever it is you're bringing to me. But you got to know if it's restorable. And so here's some check marks. First of all, do y'all have common values anymore? I mean, just on raising kids, on financial management, on love. I mean, do you even love this person anymore? I mean, is there that care? Because a lot of times resentment will cover love. So you have to kind of do some mind gymnastics to where you say, okay, is that just resentment, and do I really love them? Because if you don't really love them, you got a problem. But it usually is just resentment that's built, and a garbage can needs to be emptied out between the two of y'all. And what I do is an offense cycle so that y'all can understand the dynamic of the offenses, so that then you can start somewhere else that's not so resentful and figure out the roots of the issues that are causing so much trouble, which are usually coping mechanisms that you guys don't understand. But once you figure out, do we have shared value? Let's say that's a yes. All right. So then the next thing is, are we still respectful to one another? Like, do we care about what the other one thinks? Do we shut them down all the time? Are we making them speak to the hand, or are we offering an open space? I mean, that's also something you got to look at to see if where's the respect in the relationship. Do they even respect you as a human, much less a spouse? Where is the dynamic in the family? Do they respect you, or do they demean you in front of your children? And so that's another thing you got to look at. And so the respect, the love, the offering space to kind of talk through things. And you don't have to like them, or you don't have to be successful all the time, but at least if it's part-time there, then you know you have something to work for and work on. If it's never been there, or if it's gotten so bad that there is no respect, there's nothing but argument, you're in roommate cycles and you just don't even like each other anymore, that's something to look forward to and say, okay, we need to change something. And then it's about their willingness. Are they going to starve you of affection? Are they going to be willing to try to work on this with you? Because it takes two to sustain anything in a relationship. And if they are not, then you have some things to reconsider. And I hope that you guys can actually find a place, a space where it's safe for you inside of the relationship. If you cannot, you have to reevaluate this energy drain on you, because you're going to lose yourself inside of the dysfunction. And the emotional damage of being in an emotionally abusive relationship where there's neglect, there's not emotional space for expressing needs, there's no way to negotiate things, you are just totally shut down, that's not sustainable. The other thing you have to do inside of your personal time where you're trying to evaluate this is to look at you. And when you're looking at you, you have to see yourself in the dynamic. Really make a mirror of yourself, of how do you act, How do you look? How do you react and respond to whatever the person's bringing to you? Because you might be the problem. And we got to fix us before we try to fix a relationship. But what you need to know is you're not broken. You're just out of alignment. You've got to get centered and aligned. And if you can't do that with the relationship, you got to do it on your own. But that does not mean you got to leave the relationship. You can try to do that on your own in your private space that you're trying to accumulate some empowerment. You can do that first and then try to move inside of the relationship dynamic. But if you don't have that and then you try to move in, it's going to just become more of the same, which is draining your energies even more. So we're in a time where some of these decisions are really being made because toxicity, there's no tolerance for it anymore in the culture and the climate that we're in culturally in society. So that's just where we are, and you're there too. And so being able to assess these things with yourself is prudent, and you got to do it first and then try to assess the relationship. I hope this helps you. If you like this content and you want more of it, please subscribe to our channel.